So take a good look at these two images. So one is healthy, one is not. And the question is, which one looks more like yours? So in my 18 years of practice, I've looked at tens of thousands of eyelids and eyelashes. And here's what I can tell you with complete confidence. Most people have no idea what's living on the edge of their eyelids. So in the next 10 minutes or so, I'm going to show you exactly what's going on and more importantly, what to do about it. So stay with me. So the condition we are talking about is called blepharitis. So blepharo, that's Greek for eyelids, and itis means inflammation. So in Latin, it means inflamed eyelids. So, but what's causing that inflammation? That's where it gets interesting. So think about the pores on your face. When they get clogged with dead skin, oil, bacteria, you get a breakout. So the same principles applies here, except we are talking about a very specialized structure called the Meibomian gland. So we have about 25 to 30 of these glands along each of your eyelids, like tiny little oil factories, and their job is to secrete a very specific type of oil called meibum. So that meibum, it coats the tear film and keeps your eyes from drying out. When those glands get clogged or inflamed because of either bacteria or debris or because of allergens or because of something else, everything downstream suffers. So your tears evaporate too fast, your vision fluctuates, your eyes start to burn and itch, and here's the most people they don't know about. So there is a microscopic mite called Demodex that lives on your eyelash follicles. In small numbers, totally normal, but when they overpopulate, which happens with either age or certain skin conditions or with poor hygiene, they cause direct inflammation to the root of the lashes and the lid margins. And this causes, the redness, the crustiness, the swellings, the styes, and also causes lashes to fall out. So what we call blepharitis is actually like an umbrella term. It can be bacterial, it can be Demodex driven, it can be due to the growth of abnormal blood vessels called rosacea. It can also be a gland-related issue called Meibomian gland dysfunction. And often, it's a combination of all of these things. And the crazy thing that most people are walking around with some version of it without even realizing it. So let me tell you about 3 types of patients I see almost every week with this type of condition. So first is the patient that tells me, oh, it's just allergies. So let me tell you about someone I see all the time. So they are in their mid-30s to 40s, comes in complaining of itchy, watery eyes. Has been treating for seasonal allergies for years with antihistamine drops. Feels a bit better, but never quite right. As soon as I put them at the slit lamp, and right away, I can see it. The classic collarettes. So these are this little waxy cuff that forms at the base of the lashes. It's a telltale sign of Demodex infestation. So this isn't allergies. It never was allergies. Once we treat for Demodex and get into a proper hygiene routine, the allergy symptoms disappear. Then there is a contact lens wearer who can't tolerate lenses anymore. So this one is actually heartbreaking because, for 20 years or so, they've been wearing contacts and suddenly they find that by noon every day, the eyes get red, greedy, itchy, they are unbearable, becoming sensitive to contacts. They think they need to give them up. So what's actually happened? So their Meibomian glands have slowly become more and more blocked, and the oil layer on the tear film is compromised. And the sad part is that once these glands get blocked and they don't function, they start to kind of break down and they drop out sometimes permanently. So if you don't use them, you kind of lose them. So contact lenses which sit right on the tear film now feels unbearable. Not because of the lens, but because the foundation underneath has deteriorated. The more often than not, those same lenses become more comfortable again. The third type of patients are the chronic dry eye patients who have tried everything. So these patients who has been through artificial tears, humidifiers, dietary supplements, prescription eye drops, you name it, still not working, still miserable. So when I look at their eyelid margins under the magnification, I see capped glands, blocked orifices. The glands are still structurally there, but they are plugged. They're not secreting the oils. So no amount of drops replaces the functional gland. This is a patient who needs physical intervention. So warm compress therapy, expression of the glands, and possibly in-office treatments. And the foundation of all of it is daily lid hygiene, something nobody ever told them to do. These 3 stories, I see some version of them every single week. And the common thread, the eyelid margin. And the fact that we don't treat it the way we treat any other part of the body that needs regular maintenance, regular cleaning. So here's the reframe I want you to take away from this video. Your eyelids are like skin. They are living tissue that accumulates bacteria, oil, debris, allergens, and microscopic organisms every single day. And just like your face, they need to be cleaned. We spend 10 minutes every morning on our skin routine, 2 to 3 minutes on your eyelids. Most people, zero, nada. That needs to change. So the foundation of eyelid hygiene has 3 steps. The first is warm, second massage, and lid wipes. So warm is to apply warm compresses on closed eyes for about 5 to 10 minutes. You're not just warming the skin, you're warming the Meibomian glands and softening the oils inside so they can flow freely. So think of it like unclogging a drain with warm water instead of cold. So the temperature needs to stay consistent around 40 to 42 degrees Celsius. So a microwavable or electric heated mask works much better than a wet cloth for this reason. So after applying the warm compress, I recommend my patients to massage their very edge of their eyelids with the top of their finger in the tapping motion like this, so across their eyelids. So this helps to unclog the pores and allows the oil to flow freely. So after the massage, while the oils are flowing, you gently want to clean the lid margins. So that's the very edge of the eyelid where the lashes emerge, and that's where the bacteria lives, and that's where the Demodex mites live, and that's where the debris accumulates. So using a gentle foam-based or a gel-based lid cleanser on a cotton pad, or better yet, a product specifically designed for this purpose, which we will get into further, applied with either circular or linear motion. The goal isn't to scrub hard, the goal is consistency. So you want to make this part of your morning ritual. The same way brushing your teeth is non-negotiable, right? So a significant portion of the dry eye, the irritation, and the blepharitis symptoms I described earlier, they often improve, and they often improve dramatically. I know this sounds almost too simple, but in 18 years of practice, the patients who do this consistently are completely different populations than the ones who don't. Fewer flare-ups, better contact lens tolerance, less dependence on eye drops, and better outcomes from any of the more advanced treatments we offer. So this is the foundation, and most people have never been told about it. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, because this kind of information, practical, clinical, and no fluff, is exactly what this channel is going to be about every single week. And if you've got a question about your own eyes, drop it down in the comments. I read them, and your question might become a future video. I'm Dr. J, your ocular wellness doc, and I'll see you next week.